Celebrity Wine Award, Celebrity Wine Challenge here at the Seattle Waterfront Marriott. So excited. We got 25 great media peeps and celebrities, and it's going to be so exciting. Time to score.
You are, I know you like to use the word judge, but you are a tasting panel member. And I'm here to help you comprehend the process and understanding of how to taste wine. Now before we start with 2 practice wines in the center of your template, let's take inventory of our tools. First of all, you have a template with 12 glasses surrounding it and 2 in the center. You'll see that on the template your wines are paired in 6 pairs, 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, and so on. You'll have a clipboard with a pen and an official scoring sheet, a paper spit cup if you choose to spit, and a bottle of purified water. So everyone should have all that material. Now I trust we all understand the composition of wine, right? 85% water, 15% alcohol, some acids, some colors, some flavors, some tannins, sometimes some sugar too. Good. So let's begin with our practice wines. In the center of your table you have a white and a red. The first white is Chardonnay, and I believe it's important for you to know that it is Chardonnay. This is called single blind tasting. This way you can use your memory and experience to evaluate the wine properly. You'll also see that we've identified the groupings of your wines on the template. You have Riesling, Chardonnay, red blends, Grenache and Syrah dominant blends, Syrah and Cabernet Sauvignon finally. Now if we were reviewing wines totally blind, meaning you don't know what the variety or the blend is, then that means you could be tasting a Pinot Gris that tastes like a great Sauvignon Blanc and scoring it really well, but who does that help? It doesn't. So I believe you should have knowledge of what the wines are, what the grape varieties and the style of blends. So following your score sheet categories, let's all get your score sheets out. You'll see that we have categories including aroma and palate. So you'll be using your nose for aroma and palate, of course. Aroma and bouquet. Your taste buds and olfactory bulb for flavor and palate. Your brain for typicity and complexity. And your mouth for balance and finish. Lastly, your summation of all these senses is called your overall impression. Now we're using a scoring sheet from 0, or a point system from 0 to 4. That means you have 5 possible numbers to put down. 0 is the lowest, and 4 is the most awesome. So 1, 2, and 3 are yours to decide based on your own calibration. Now I'm going to give you a free answer right now. There are no zeros in this flight, so. All right?
Don't want to see any zeros.
That's right, no zeros. The rest is up to you. Okay, so let's take the Chardonnay in the middle of our template. This is, we'll evaluate this. First, don't swirl it yet. I want you to use your eyes. I want you to use your eyes, and then before we sniff, I want you to let the wine evolve naturally out of the glass. So just take a sniff of what's really coming out of the glass, and then give it hold that in and try to figure out what you're smelling. Is it fruit? Is it fresh? Is it desiccated? Is it lively? Is it, what color fruits do you get? Do you get other floral, things like that? Then give it a swirl and get a little more. So when you're thinking of aroma bouquet, you're talking about fruits and the condition of fruits. Flowers, spices, herbs, tobacco. I don't think you'll have tobacco in Chardonnay, but it does appear in some other grapes, wines. And what we call other, and that is wood and earth and plastic, anything else you can think of. Let's take a taste. This is where you use, obviously, your taste buds, and you're evaluating the fruits in the palate. How are the fruits again? What's the condition of the fruits? Do you have flowers? Do you have spices? Do you have herbs? Do you have tobacco again, or other? So take a couple sips. Where's the acidity? Where's the weight on the palate? And then typicity. When you drink Chardonnay, does this remind you of Chardonnay? Is it typical of all the Chardonnays you've ever had in your life? Is it not typical? Is this a complex grape or a complex wine? These are all things that you'll evaluate on your scoring sheet. And finally, balance and finish. Is it pleasant in the mouth? Is it seamless, or is there something angular or pointing out and not pleasant? Is it unbalanced? Too much of this, too much of that? Is the finish short, sudden, or medium length and long? Is the flavor pleasant, and does it keep you interested and pleasurable? It's up to you. So finally, overall impression. Where does this particular wine stand out on a scale of all the best wines in the category? No. Does it taste like wines from Australia or France? Is it a supermarket blend or a double gold Washington Award winner? It's that easy. And now for the Merlot. Let's taste the Merlot. We're going to do the same thing. So use your eyes, appreciate the color. Then smell it. You're looking for, is it fresh? Is it fruity? Is it vibrant? Is it old or musty? Then you're going to taste it. What are some of the flavors on the palate? What kind of fruits do you get? Spices, herbs, maybe some tobacco in this wine. I don't know. I'm not leading the audience. Is it typical for Merlot? Does this taste like Merlot to you? Tastes like good Merlot. I hope so. Is it balanced and does it have a nice long finish? Is it complex? Tasty, pleasurable? All right. So I'm going to take some questions now. You're all pros. All right, questions? Questions on the evaluation system.
Hey, I've got a quick question.
Yes,
I have heard
Rob.
when you grab the wine,
Yes.
should you not touch, should you grab the glass from
Well,
the bottom?
stemware is made so that you don't actually heat the bowl of the wine. That's why there's a stem there, so that the wine is always a constant quote-unquote temperature, warming up or chilling at the same time. So the stem idea is you hold your pinky out and look sophisticated. Now, they've made stemless glasses for some reason because I think what they realized is that those companies were breaking so many stems that, hey, I got an idea. Let's shave off the bottom and sell them. How cool is that? He's the vice president now, so. Other questions? Yes?
The difference between typicity and complexity and balance and finish, because sometimes it seems like a complex wine, but maybe the finish is white, or you know, does the finish have to be a certain thing, or is that, do they play into each other?
So when I used spaghetti sauce, right? Does this taste like typical spaghetti sauce, or is this a really complex spaghetti sauce? Is this spaghetti sauce balanced? Is it really tomatoey, or doesn't it have enough sugar to balance that acid? And how's the finish? Wow, there's a lot of flavor here going on. Does that help? Help answer the question? Because really, wine's a food, and this is kind of the same thing. We're all used to talking about pizza and spaghetti and other kind of ice creams, but we rarely use that same lexicon for wine. But it's all intermixed. The same mouth, same brain, different day. All right, yes, KRISTIN.
Just a real quick question. I might have not read this, but is there a price cap on the store-bought wines here?
No, these are supermarket brands are what you'll buy at the supermarket. You know, what do they sell? Basically 15 and under, right?
Okay.
For the most part. And they're in there. Now, I'm not saying they're not good. You can determine that. Don't be afraid. So this is all about fun. This is all about a promotion to really recognize Washington wine. And we have some great winemakers here today who are also participating in the Gold Medal Wine Experience. They've got Henry Smilowick's Murray Cellars, Jason Morin from Ancestry Cellars, Mike Stevens, who's with Brian Carter Cellars, Jerry Parks with Mary Hill, and Brian Grasso, who is with winemaker for Structure Cellars down in Soto. So everybody, we've got 40 minutes. Oh, lastly, there is a line on the bottom of this score sheet that says DG, INTL, and SM.
Are you going to tell us what these were? Are they from Washington?
Yeah.
One's Chardonnay, one's Merlot. No, I'm not going to tell you. That was just practice, so don't worry about that. Those are freebies, you get them right. You're all right, regardless of what you think. On this bottom line, DG means double gold, INT means international, and SM means supermarket. So in these boxes below, you have to write something down. That's the key.
What's DG?
Double gold, baby.
And what's it? I forgot their name.
Double gold, international, or supermarket. So there's at least one double gold wine in this flight, there's at least one supermarket brand in this flight, and there's at least one wine from Australia and France in this flight.
In this first flight.
Well, another 12, and the 12 wines. So I would suggest you put those two wines that you just tasted, the Chardonnay Merlot, in the back of your glassware, and get them out of the way. And last questions, last chance.
Are we going in order, or do we need to go one?
You can go any way you want, but just remember that the wines are paired. So 1 and 2, 3 and 4, you'll see it on your template. It should be pretty self-evident about it. So you can taste wines, you can taste any way you want, but we want to make it easy for you.
Is there a recommended?
So,
I would typically go white to red. I would go white to red because whites don't have tannin and then reds do, and that way you'll keep your palate fresh. And when you're drinking red wines, sometimes go back to a white. It'll freshen your palate up a little bit. Feel free to spit. I spit by putting my lips right on that paper cup and just going like that. And drink some water. If you need some a bite to eat to cleanse your palate, feel free to get up. But you have 40 minutes. 40 minutes. You ready? Everyone ready? Ladies and gentlemen, the Celebrity Wine Challenge begins now.
It was a fabulous event. Thank you so much. I'm honored to be here. Obviously, I need a little bit more practice, but you know what? I'm willing to be educated. Thank you.
I had a really great time. Met some really good people. Christopher had put together this wonderful, wonderful event, and I'm looking forward to just enjoying and tasting and coming back September 12th and enjoying the show one more time.
I really enjoyed everything that I found out that Mary Hill put out and that Brian Carter put out. And I've been buying Brian Carter for a long time. Here's one word: abracadabra. Buy it. Trust.
Can you hear us?
It's also wrong.
We don't have to yell because it's loud in here.
I do not think of myself as a cheap date. I want to erase that right now.
She's not coming back next year.
I'm over it.
Or to try to redeem herself. I think she's coming back to try to redeem herself. Denise?
Yes, I was horrible. I'm so disappointed in my performance. I'm very disappointed in my performance. I'm not kidding. Cheap date. Cheap dates? Yes.
A wine authority.
I thought so too, but apparently not. I need to hang out with you a little bit more.
I think it's awesome how many awesome wines are coming from Washington State. You know, it just makes you feel really proud of what we're doing here in this state, and everybody is getting to a place where we're competing on a world scale. It's amazing.